Good evening. Mayor Fuller, Interim Superintendent Kathleen Smith, members of school committee and city council, parents, faculty, staff, family, and friends. Welcome to the 63rd commencement of Newton South High School. My name is Tamara Strauss, principal of Newton South, and it is my great honor to introduce Senior Class President Tom Shimoni and Senior Class Vice President Andrew Hsu to preside over this evening's ceremony. Come on up.
Hello, my name is Tom Shimoni.
And my name is Andrew Hsu. Welcome. This is the first year at Newton South where students were asked to preside over the ceremony. That Tom and I address you today stands testament to an increase in student involvement in our schooling. Allowing us autonomy inspires investment in our learning and confidence in our abilities. We are honored to take the lead in this one final event as a class. Our class endured one of the most turbulent high school experiences in recent memory. But we, the Newton South Lions, have roared back. Woo! We are a resilient and resourceful class. By entrusting us with our own graduation, Principal Strauss acknowledges our potential. We can do anything we set our minds to. Now, let the ceremony begin.
It is our distinct honor to introduce the outstanding faculty of Newton South High School. Please stand and join us in welcoming them.
And now, please join me in welcoming the class of 2023.
Please remain standing for the singing of our national anthem as performed by senior members of the Newton South Madrigals.
So proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please be seated. Before we begin the ceremony, a few guidelines. First, please ensure your phone is set to silent. Additionally, professional photographers will be taking pictures of us graduates throughout the ceremony. With that in mind, please sit back and enjoy the event.
We would like to welcome our interim superintendent, Kathleen Smith, to the podium to say a few words to our graduating class.
Thank you. On behalf of Mayor Fuller, our school committee, administrators, and the entire Newton South school community, I welcome each of you to this very special occasion tonight. We are here to honor the accomplishments of our graduates, the Newton South High School class of 2023. Thank you. Thank you, Principal Strauss and the Newton South teachers and staff for supporting and educating our soon-to-be graduates. I am truly honored to be part of this evening's proud tradition. Congratulations to all the graduates here today. The diploma you have earned demonstrates your passion and commitment to many years of study. Just recently, I had a conversation with one of your fellow graduates about tonight's remarks. She reminded me that earning this diploma was not easy for the class of 2023. Uniquely, you were the freshman class in March of 2020 when the COVID-19 pandemic began. Schools across this nation and the world shut down. You had to pivot to virtual remote learning, taking from you your opportunities for socialization, meeting new friends, sports, drama, music, and so much more of your high school experience. I'm sure we all remember those struggling times. But you never gave up and you never gave in. The pressure was intense, and you proved that you were up to the challenge. You worked hard and were dedicated students, willing to learn in any way possible, to explore new methods, and to better yourselves and your community. This is a very special day for you, and you deserve every accolade. It's also important to thank those that have supported you during this time, your family, your friends who helped along the way. A special thank you to your teachers and support staff from preschool to high school who have guided your educational journey. None of us achieve success in a vacuum. So congratulations to all those who helped our graduates attain their diploma. Your contributions are appreciated. I would say to our graduates that success in life is not defined entirely by who earns the most money, but in fact, what you do with your life. Yes, you will experience success, and sometimes you will stumble. There will be opportunities that present themselves and risks involved. You are the master of your own destiny, and every situation that arises is yours to handle in your own unique way. I have been blessed with many new adventures in my life. One of them was the adventure of landing here in Newton as your interim superintendent. I have been in awe of the rich opportunities presented to all our students throughout this wonderful school district. I want to personally thank our graduates for reminding me that you are a generation that shows compassion for others. You are willing to go that extra mile to succeed at the highest levels in academics, music, theater, the arts, and in service to your community and beyond. Your energy is boundless and your opportunities will be many. Thank you for allowing me to take part in your social justice initiatives, to facing hard questions during interviews with your expert high school journalists, to watch you compete in athletic events, and to watch you plan peace walks alongside our middle school peers to celebrate the very being of every student in this school community. I hope you are wiser because of the lessons you have learned. Always find the good in people and be grateful for all you have. You are truly remarkable young people. I want to share my favorite story from the Newton community. This story is about a time when, as your interim superintendent, I was faced with a big challenge. You see, one day before the December school break, not surprisingly, the weather prediction called for very high winds, possible trees and wires down, and torrential rains. Since it is the job of the school superintendent who decides if we are to have school, I made the decision the evening before the storm to close all schools for the day before vacation. To my dismay, when I awoke the next day, it was sunny, a warm 50 degrees for December, with some light winds and occasional showers. Many of your parents were not pleased that this new interim superintendent could have made such a colossal mistake in canceling school. Although I did publicly apologize to the community, I still felt I had let everyone down. That is, until one day in January, I met a Newton Public Schools senior while attending an event. There, the senior approached me with a big grin, asking if I was the superintendent. I was so proud and impressed that this student had sought out to meet me. He then proceeded to laugh and thank me for giving the seniors a day off that they would not have to make up since they would graduate before the end of the school year. At that moment, my stumble turned into a victory. So seniors, if we are to be measured by our successes, we should also be credited for the times we tried and stumbled, because it takes courage and fortitude to put yourself out there. Sometimes things have a way of working themselves out. In closing, I congratulate you for all your hard work and perseverance. I encourage you to always trust your instincts, to take risks and learn from your stumbles. I hope you always find meaning and joy in your next pursuits and set the right balance in your personal and professional life. Always find the time to care and serve others, and remember, we are always watching with pride. Tonight you will start on a new journey. Looking at all of you, I can see that you have that sense of purpose, that you are headed in the right direction, and that you will accomplish great things. Congratulations to the class of 2023.
Thank you, Superintendent Smith, for your inspiring words and leadership. Please accept this bouquet as a token of our gratitude for steadying the ship this past year, which we know has not been an easy one. Now we welcome Principal Strauss to the podium to share her thoughts with our graduating class.
Thank you, Andrew. Distinguished guests, respected faculty, proud families, and remarkable students of the Newton South class of 2023. Today marks a significant milestone in the lives of everyone here as we gather to celebrate the exceptional achievements of this class. As your principal, it is my honor to stand before you and address such a brilliant group of young individuals who are about to embark on an exciting new chapter of life. First and foremost, I would like to extend congratulations to all of you graduates, as well as your families and friends who have supported you in arriving at this moment. With their support and your hard work, you have demonstrated resilience, dedication, and an unwavering commitment to excellence in all that you do. Your hard work and passion have been demonstrated through your achievements in academics, arts, athletics, service to your community. Please join me in a round of applause for this class's plethora of accomplishments and accolades. When you began high school in 2019, no one could have predicted that a global pandemic was in your future. You all learned how to learn online, how to access classes and people over a computer. That is a lot for a young brain to process. When you returned to school full-time, school and the world remained changed forever. You have handled unfathomable situations with resilience and grace, and I could not be more proud of your ability to adapt and make the most of any situation. You have engaged in hundreds of activities, from traveling abroad to Latvia, Argentina, and Rome, to participating in local field trips, such as the Black Heritage Tour that I was fortunate enough to chaperone, working with our preschool, making states for unified track and field, and even reimagining how you perform Chicago and other shows during a pandemic, to name just a few. You have made the most of your time here while also improving our community. These experiences, whether they are in the next town over or a different continent, highlight your well-roundedness as a class. I hope that on your graduation day and in the days to come, you will remember each trip, each moment you shared with your classmates, as these experiences are truly invaluable. As you move forward, please remember that you are a vital piece of the community at South. Cherish the friendships and connections you have made here, and always remember that this community has your back. You have filled our halls with memories, laughter, and a uniqueness that will sorely be missed. My favorite South memory took place recently, but will be enjoyed for years to come: the creation of a school-wide lip dub. It was truly inspirational to watch you all collaborate with one another and to create this video as a community. And your enjoyment and love for the creative process was a highlight for me. While this is a snapshot of one of my favorite moments, it reinforces to me that lifelong memories you have created will live on in our community long after graduation. When I think of the word graduation, I am frequently reminded of how it is not just a culmination of accomplished tasks and learning, but a launch pad into your future. This is your moment. This is your true beginning. As you take the first steps into the world as a South graduate, remember that life is not a sprint to the end goal. Rather, it is about finding joy and purpose in all that you do along the way. True success is not that, but true success is not confined to grades or career titles, but in discovering your unique talents, pursuing your passions, and leaving a positive impact on those with whom you interact daily. As you take these steps in your new ventures, remember that failure is not fatal as long as you embrace it as an opportunity to evolve, learn, and reflect. Oftentimes, failure provides us with new pathways to explore solutions we may not have originally imagined and a clearer route to progress. Embrace your ability to fear productively and learn from it. On behalf of our entire faculty and staff, I want you to know what deep pride we hold in your accomplishments. While your journey here at South is coming to a close, your journey in life is just beginning. And we cannot wait to see and hear about all the incredible things that your futures hold. Remember, you will always be part of our Lion community. Thank you for inspiring us educators daily, and thank you for being a constant reminder of the limitless potential that lies inside all of us. Congratulations to the Newton South class of 2023.
Thank you, Principal Strauss, for those words of encouragement and inspiration. On behalf of the class of 2023, we would like to call on stage our class officers for the presentation of the class gift.
Yeah, class office.
You can just line up. It has been an honor leading our class office this year. We've worked hard, from Zoom meetings at 11 p.m., to Noah's last-minute Canvas and Instagram posts, to long class office updates, to new spirit days like anything but a backpack day, and finally, to the presentation of our class gift. We've come a long way, and we couldn't have done it without the support of some special people. We want to thank our advisors, Mr. Kern and Ms. Sabet, for all their support over the years. Can we get a round of applause for them? And most of all, we want to thank all of you for bringing purpose to the work we've done.
2023.
Now, for the moment you've all been waiting for. Our class gift will be a brand new mascot. Woo!
Let's hear it.
If you've been to any of our sporting events, you may have seen our old pungent mascot. It's time for an upgrade. We know how much everyone loved our merch over the years, so we're going to leave some merchandise that will never go away. We also made sure the mascot will have a jersey with a 23 on it, so people never forget this legacy. We've had a lot of fun working with you for the past 4 years, and whether it's randomly on the street or at our 5-year reunions, we hope to see you again. I'll say it now. And thank you to the class officers, Ben Shar, Noah Dahan, Rohit Paradkar, and Dylan Shanahan.
Can you hear it again? It is fitting that on a day we honor our graduating class, we also take the opportunity to acknowledge 2 faculty members from among the talented Newton South faculty that have prepared us so well to go out into the world and be the best versions of ourselves. The award winners were nominated by their colleagues and this senior class for exceptional, creative, and inspiring teaching.
As you know, okay. My bad. It's fitting that on a day we honor our graduating class. Oh, my bad. Yo.
As you know, the class of 2023.
Okay.
We're doing great.
You guys are doing great.
Okay. All right, we found the part.
We got it.
Okay. This year's recipients of the Anne Elliott Holmes Excellence in Teaching Award are Miss Kelly Fitzgerald and Mr. Ryan Normandin. Will Miss Fitz and Norm please stand to be recognized?
Oh, now it's good.
After you do this, the retirement, you gotta go back to the sign speech. You missed the speech. It's okay. So do the retirement, and go back.
We would like to thank the following faculty for being our mentors and teachers and for their dedication to work here at Newton South. Through their efforts, they ensure we receive an exemplary education. It is with sadness but appreciation that we recognize the retirement of some of our best and brightest. Will the following faculty please stand for recognition? Dr. Jordan Krause. Dr. Marsha Oken. And last but not least, Miss Lisa Suhu. Now, please welcome Wasan Rafat for the senior address.
Do one thing that scares you each day. On September 3rd, 2019, my one thing was starting high school at Newton South. Perhaps you can relate. My family and I had just moved to Massachusetts. I was leaving behind New York City and my closest friends to start anew. More than anything, I was tired of being the new kid on the block. This move meant the fourth time I was starting off as an outsider in a different school, having no shared history or camaraderie with my peers. The truth? The first few weeks of high school were awful. I concealed my loneliness by watching episodes of The Office during lunch. And maybe you were there too. Eventually, we made lifelong friends and memories that we'll cherish forever. But for me at least, that was only months later. Yes, at the start of my high school career, I was scared of academics too. I fruitlessly battled the fear of academic failure, and every potential shortcoming was a death knell to me. See, my missteps signified my worth, and every mistake meant so much more when placed in the context of how fortunate I was to even be in this country and at this school. Family members as close to me as my cousins could not say the same. War struck out in my home country of Libya in the early 2010s, and members of my extended family lost not only their livelihoods, but their lives. So how could I worry about an exam at the same time? And how could I justify my right to be at peace? So I decided that I simply must succeed, regardless of the personal cost. Because anything less would be a disservice not just to myself and my family, but to the home I had left behind. And while that's my story, I know that each of you had your own sets of pressures and people that you didn't want to disappoint, a team or play production that you wanted to make, and a success story that you were trying to write for yourselves. And maybe we're still trying to write it. In truth, I never allowed myself to forget the endless sacrifices my parents made for my family's social and economic well-being. And that pressure led me to switch tactics from being silent to outspoken, trying to become this image of poise and intellect that I had conjured up in my mind. And I'm sure I'm not alone in that. But just as we started to get the hang of things, the world we were barely getting to know was ripped out from under our feet and a global pandemic hit. Out of all the grades that were in high school when the pandemic started, we were arguably the most affected. As young ninth graders, we had barely experienced the first 6 months of true high school. And all that I had been able to figure out by that time was that it was not like High School Musical. COVID fundamentally changed our high school experience. We never went on the coveted freshman cruise. Clubs and competitions moved online from seemingly 1 week to the reality of the next 2 years. We said goodbye forever to our beloved J blocks, which morphed into flex blocks, which again morphed into WIM blocks, and instead of navigating the maze that is Newton South, we now struggle to navigate a world that was rotated off of its axis. Because as our Newton South bubble exploded, so too did the country's social and political climates. And more than just being scared freshmen watching from afar, we got involved. We exhibited courage and humanity as a community. Our essential workers, our BLM protesters, our teachers, and of course, us, the class of 2023. We, who saw both the damage done by the pandemic and the underlying inequities of our institutions exposed. That trauma could have broken us, but instead, we persisted. It forged our resilience. Through groups like the South Human Rights Council and Courageous Conversations on Race, we became change makers. We shared our knowledge through programs at our local middle schools, volunteered at the Newton Food Pantry, and even organized essential goods donations. We wrote articles into Nebula and the Lion's Roar, and championed our ideas through Senate and class office. But the smaller things carried just as much weight. We sent memes to our lonely friends to make them laugh, hung out at parks to create community, and even turned on our videos during Zoom school. And that last one, as I'm sure you'll recall, was a monumental accomplishment. And that is the story of the class of 2023, a group whose resilience beat the heartbreaking state of the world. In what might have been the darkest time of our life, our empathy shone through. By the time we returned to normal, we were anything but. Abnormal experiences had forced us to become exceptional. We rose to the challenge, and here we are. As we traverse the path ahead, though, new obstacles await. The beauty of our lives is that there will always be these crests of success and troughs of failure. I was so scared of falling because I didn't trust myself to be able to get back up. I thought I had to succeed to make myself and everyone around me proud. But there is so much pride to be taken in falling too. Literally, I've tripped so many times around this building. But in all seriousness, our response to failure is so indicative of our character. So rather than run away from our missteps, we must grasp them as an opportunity to soar. You know, we've had a lot of experience with making the best of a subpar situation. And if our high school experience was anything, it was an uphill battle. And here we are at our view from the top, able to see that that is the best kind, filled with the tumultuous highs and lows of growing up at Newton South, of dragging our feet to what I need blocks when we didn't need anything, of lip-syncing our hearts out at the lip dub for the first time. Sure, things weren't exactly like High School Musical. We didn't choreograph and execute a group routine at prom, but they were better, more messy, and more real. So now marks the commencement of the rest of our lives. It is time to claim the future that belongs to us. Today, this is the thing that scares us, and we are abnormally ready for it. To my writers, thinkers, explorers, and changemakers, may you all have the most exceptional lives. My wholehearted congratulations to the class of 2023. We made it. Woo!
Thank you, Wasan, for your inspiring and wise words. And now, what we have all been waiting for. We will begin conferring the diplomas to our graduates, starting with Goodwin House. Please welcome Goodwin House Dean, Mr. Charles Mayette, on stage, accompanied by the reader for Goodwin House, Mrs. Katani Sumner.
Newton South community, we present to you the graduates from the Goodwin House. Jonathan Adams. Gal Agam. Madeline Allen. Caitlin Ang. Dan Bahar. Farhan Bajaj. Bernardo Barrieri Bergamini. João Gabriel Barbosa da Silva. Jesse Ray Bavley. Raphael Bentley. Isaac Miles Chan. Amanda Chang. Amanda Gail Chung. Adam Evan Cohen. Aiden Stephen Colella. Emma Colombini. Diana Gabrielle Creedon. Noah Dahan. Declan Daly. Sanjuna Deshpande. Danny Diamond. Alex Dong. Jocelyn Dorfman. Annika Engelbrecht. Amelia Rutherford Everett. Alyssa Feinberg. Sarah Feinberg. Tess Fitzgerald. Willa Foster. Jacob Freed. Parker J. Friedman. Shane Jordan Friedman. Zachary Gabriel. Lily Michelle Gamberg. Gabriela Anastasia Noguera Garrick. Madison Hope Genzer. Tierney Godavanesh. Spencer Robert Goldman. Farah Virginia Gonzalez Estrella. Douglas Patrick Greenbaum. Royce Jeanpin Guan. Reru Guo. Besmala Ahmed Haddad. Sofia Carpino Hazarika. Abigail Nachema Hepner. Brandon Holt. Isabel Sarah Homer. Ella Yiping Ho. Unza Hu. Anju Ikeda. Audrey Jung. Sasha Kagan. Piper Leon Kelton. Theodore Lamar Wong Lai. Kathleen Francis Langan. Jessica Lee. Raina Lee. Gabriel Levine. Alexander Lee. Carolyn Lee. Jessica May Lee. Alex J. Lim. Dana Liu. William Locke. Daniel Marshak. Soleil McEnany. McEnany. Stephen Rodolfo Santos McChesney. William Thomas Santos McChesney. Sean McElwain. Jillian McLeod. Ella Rose Mayrav. Leah Merkowitz. Owen Marcus A. Miller. Sarah Morrow. Anna Jane Mueller. Sylvie Claire Wynn. Allison O'Brien. Veronica Grace Ohanian. Ethan Alexander Pang. Gunwoo Andrew Park. Perla Marina Perez. Hayden Just Us Perry Prunier. Julian William Phillips. Ayush Firke. Zelda Calliope Pierce Provo. Amelia Poley. Noah Racine. Wasan Rafat. Michael Aton Rosenberg. Itai Rotem. Zachary Taylor Rubinoff. Anastasia Rybnikova. Sasha Sand. Natalie Schwartz. Tommaso Scotti. Marielle Shapiro. Sydney Scheinkoff. Robert Schechtman. Tom Shimoni. Brandon Suhu. Noya Stessel. Jordan Timothy Sullivan. Susanna Swidey. Eyal Tamir. Nicole Tanditnitsky. Aiden Tom. Claire Frances Tortolot. Liana Tran. Vivek J. Verlarapoli. Joseph Verdier. Arshia Verma. Daniela Alejandra Gloria Moreno. Julie Wang. Audrey Way. Benjamin Werner. Idegu Winters. Jason Allen Wong. Griffin Garner Wiley. Charlotte Lucy Exeris. Sorry. Exeris. Alexander Joya. Chloe Sophia Yu. Lillian Czar. Samuel Czar. Duajen Zhang. Kyle Zhang. Robert Zhang. Stephanie Zhou. And finally, Yuo Zhou. Yuo.
Congratulations, Goodwin House. Woo! The best house. All right. Now we invite the Dean for Goldric House, Dr. Mark Banks, on stage, accompanied by the Goldric House Reader, Mr. Andrew Thompson. Woo!
I'm delighted to present the Goldric House graduates. Bria Fritz Abiadi. Yuval Alan. Lucy Seth Goldenhirsch Alpert. Valentin Michel Jean-Pierre Andrieux. Shade Dianale Arguello. Karina Terizi Bagdasarian. Esma Bahira. Yael Baror. Sandro Benmayor. Susanna Nadine Berezovsky. Pearl Isabel Berzin. Zizo Bashir. Michelle Elena Bojar. Laura Anastasia Leah Buzanier. Kamar Ramsey Burris Khan. Sakshi Chala. Kavin Chandok. Alyssa Chen. Sydney Hope Chow. Amar Norberto Cintron. Dylan Jacob Cohen. Hadley Elizabeth Conroy. Gianna Bella Croce. Adela Elizabeth Kronk. Renee Marie Kronk. Dylan John Curran. Ross Thomas Curran. Ahona Dom. Isabel Dantas. Varshit Reddy Devareddy. Lila Charlie Donovan. Gabriella Marley Dusanjus. Lucas Dung. Ankor Eager. Castra Aiden Essan. Zoe Olivia Henriquez Eisen. Tyler Reed Ellisoffen. Tony Mingjia Fan. Paris Loren Figueiredo. Sasha Taylor Fine. Kenzie Fleischacker. Jenna Foster. Ori Gallagher. Daniel Aaron Gelbert. Sarah Gelbert. Noah Selsky Gonzalez. Grace Elizabeth Grabowski. Alon Haimovich. Greta Kate Hallowell. Leo Harris. Maggie Shea Heberlein. Claire Isabel Hooper. Andrew Lee Degnan Shue. Kexin Huang. Zavian Erfan. Sincere Kahari Israel. Gwendolyn Rose Jakubowski. Maya Lucy Jha. Charles Peter Tewan Jin. Tomer Capluto. Jack Dominic Kelly. Benjamin Charney Kissin. Samuel Allen Klein. Henry Miller Knight. Rohan Krishna Kumar. Maria Antonio Kinetz de Eguia. Stefan Lockenman. Violet Lillian Lancelotti. Paul Abraham Larson. Jasa Benedict Lee. Ian Charlton Leonard. Yoav Lavari. Erez Levy. Eris Lee. Shoshana Leibowitz. Katie Brooke Lynn. Jennifer Liu. Mark Thomas Liu. Luca Lynch O'Grady. Alexander Chanwei Ma. Zachary J. Matskin. Amina Mazeeva. Jacob Vulcan McClintock. Samantha Vulcan McClintock. Chris George Milton. Julia Elizabeth Mervoda. Maya Hanjo Mohanty. Claudia Giselle Mabor. Devin Jordan Murphy. Haley E. Nguyen. Neve Elizabeth O'Rourke. Jasmani Antonio Pagan. Bradley Jake Pellish. Tracy Aiden Cologne Pennington. Lawrence Q. Everson Mayambo Kisanga. Benjamin James Rishikoff. Lucas Michael Rishikoff. Jayla Rodriguez. Addison Ellen Salick. Stephanie Saloom. Emily Savage. Jude Siner. Woojin Saw. David Shar. Adeline Shanahan. Dylan Patrick Shanahan. Louise Ann Shiner. Orly Shiner. Brandon Silva. Lily Jennifer Smith. Damian Xavier Speraza. Lucas Stafford. Ella Szymanski. Gareth Maxwell Taft. Noah Russell Taub-Parada. Mai Tran. Samuel Welch. Michaela Marie Weldon. Gabrielle Melina Youngblood. Yankowski, excuse me. Jesse Alexander Youngblood. Catherine Zong. And Christine Zong.
Congratulations to Goldric House. Now we invite Dr. Megan Martin, Dean of Wheeler House, on stage, accompanied by Mr. David Weintraub, who will read the names of the Wheeler House graduates.
Let's give Dr. Martin a hand. I have the honor of presenting the graduates from Wheeler House in the class of 2023. Let's give a huge hand for Wheeler House before we get started. Yeah. Omri Ayalon. Luke George Beckett. Maya Berdichevsky. Micah A.B. Berman. Shervin Bustani. Daniel Hunter Brown. Nicholas Jerome Cantor. Isidora Carcamo. Daniel H. Chan. Hannah Chen. Nicole Chen. Emily Yunfei Zhang Cheng. Jake Hong Chong. Athena Chung. Alexandra Leah Chilton. Jaden Michael Chin. Caroline Bridges Cole. Liam Raymond Connolly. Sergio Estrada Cotes. Congrats. Imani Chase Da Silva. Saul Khalil Daughtry. Pablo Denega. Owen Maximiliano Dunker. Georges Simon Allen Eliane Dupret Diaz. Samuel Finley DeFranti Dutton. James Daniel English. Keon Gunsong Farshi. Isla Isabel Flores. Oliver David R. Friedenthal. Harrell Friedlander. Jeffrey Benjamin Friedman. Janani Ganesh. Teddy K. Ginsberg. Zoe Talia Goldberg. Benjamin Zachary Goldblatt. Ari David Gordon. Yeah, I got it right. Andrew Alexander Greenberg. Abigail Rose Handel. Mohammed Jamal Hassan. Martha Juliet Hayward. Jacqueline Therese Holt. Fidan Husseinov. Ali Hassan Jaffrey. Omar Sharuk Jalisi. Natalie Corona Jones. Matan Hai Josephy. Tyler James Kadish. Valeria Kamenina. Dylan James K. Willa Jingtian Macy Keller. Ava Grace Khan. Simran Katri. Minky Kim. Inez Kochi. Wasim Malik Koradek. Marcelo Cooperwasser. Young Suk Lee. Kenneth Sung Won Lee. Nicolo K.C. Lee. Russell Edward Lee. Tyler Hong Lee. Gabriella Rose Levitan. Malcolm Otis Levy. Jeray Liu. Ryan Jolly Liu. Marissa May MacDonald. Margot Amelia Madison. Jaden Moses Malagodi. Chloe Hoi San Man. Jacob Ethan McPherson. Naomi Zvia Metcalf. Serena Jessica Miller. Amanda Rose Mintz. Benjamin Modiano. Thomas Davis Morrison Young. Connor Patrick Murphy. Hannah Roshanak Namini. Nicholas George Namini. Alexandra Surgeon Nedelkovich. Angus Wayne Nichols. Maya Lee Niehaus. Lily Amanda Paltrowitz. Jason Papa. Luisa Carvalho Pedreira. Ben Noah Pistoner. Emily Marcelino Reginaldo. Samuel William Roberts. Nathan Rotenberg. Roy Solomon. Emily Sheff. Emily Tan Schwartz. Benjamin Shar. Maya Avia Shavelski. Michael Jacob Strausberg. Sophie Michelle Strausberg. Colin Cito. Jutaro Furuta Takeoka. Ariel Isabella Telashevsky. Bert Hao Tian. Pritika Vemula. Augustin Vu. Modeste Beckett Whitaker. Madison Samantha Wong. Tyler Richard Wong. Dylan Justin Yee. Melinda Zun I Young. Jeanette Zhejian. Congratulations, Wheeler House.
Again, congratulations to Wheeler House. Woo! All right. Finally, we have the winner of the House Cup, Cutler House. Woo! Please join me in welcoming Cutler House Dean, Ms. Josepha Blocker, and the Cutler House Reader, Mr. James Medeiros.
Michael Anthony Amakanjoli. Eleanor Murphy Bacon. Talia Elizabeth Bartz. Daniel Ben-Levy. Danielle Berdichevsky. Usha Rachel Berger. Christy Bernard. Caroline Julia Blum. Leah Isabella Blum. Julia Peyton Brody. Dan Yanovich Brudny. Gianna Marie Burgess. Maureen Caulfield. Natalie Nayeli Cedeno. Zainab Selictus. Brianna Danielle Cesar. Mari Cheng. Ryan Chitty. Catherine Connor. Zachary Dector. Madison Devaney. Alexa Diaz Ortega. Ainsley Eckhoff. Irene Antonia Eliopoulos. Ella Ezrin. William Lewis Freudenheim. Laura Frothingham. Zachary Robert Gelman. Ella Rebecca Goddess. Jacob Samuel Gold. Samuel Vaughn Guzman. Franklin Gu. Aaron Harris. Dong Cheng Han. Jaden Heap. Ona Maria Helenius. Elise Elizabeth Hernandez Fabregas. Ayin Hong. Tae Chung Hong. Isabel Milana Itzkin. Abigail Blair Cooten. Mary LaRue. Natalia Andreevna Lair. Kay Lynn Lee. Hosa Lee. Aiden Jeremy Lieberman. Luca Marceau. L. Mary McDonald. Grace Morrison. Tatum Timmons Murray. Samuel Lior Nadai. Lila Najam. Mina Okaniwa. Rosalinda Olivero. Sarah Jacqueline Otis. Rohit Vishwas Paradkar. Edward Park. Matilda Pellegrin. Yu Hong Peng. Rose Francesca Platel. Jaden Ashton Quadra. Eli Harry Rabson. Jadien Luis Rivera Cruz. Michael Emmanuel Richard Rivers, Jr. Daniel Rivkin. Brandon Samuel Rubenstein. Tia Heather Russell. Rebecca Miji Duranzio Sarvi. Jaden Avi Scar. Sarah Liana Scar. Travis Richard Scott. Joshua Sebastian. Rose Sethachutkal. Ava Elizabeth Shimkus. Dor Shatreet. Vian Hazel Siriwardena. Dylan Smith. Ido Spiegelman. Nicholas Michael Stackpole. Victoria Nam Stephen. Emily Sun. Vasily Sisoyev. Jim Tarmy. Sunny Tien. John Anthony Toyas. William Rue Trunser. Yela Salel. Nicholas Umansky. Christopher Vargas. Mateo Hernan Vargas Graupera. Ronel Voshin. Rei Dong Wong. Sarah Luamin Wei. Jessica Sophia Weinfeld. Shay Weissman. AJ Woods. Angela Y. Yee. Ji-sun Yoon. Anna Ginger Zarin. Ari Gabriel Zarin. Arsen Zaitchipikov. Zhao Shengying. Sin Jacob Zukowski.
Once again, congratulations to our graduates. And to Tom and Andrew, thank you for presiding over the ceremony with me. Can we get a round of applause for Tom and Andrew? With the two of you, I now believe we have a new tradition for future graduations. Thank you, Tom and Andrew. We will now have our faculty line up on either side of the bleachers to form a recessional line for the students to parade through as they leave the floor and exit the field house. Please allow for the graduates to leave the building before you and your family exit. And now, please turn your attention to the Newton South High School Combined Symphonic Band and Orchestra for our recessional. With the responsibility vested in me by the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, I pronounce you graduates of Newton South High School. You may move your tassels right to left